This is Fred Beck from Fred Beck Fighting, proudly sponsored by Empire Fight Store. I'm joined in Mark Tibbs' gym by Johnny Fisher. Johnny, it's fight week. How are you feeling?
Good, thanks, Fred. How are you doing? Good?
Yeah, I'm all good. Talking to your dad, your brother, they're all nice family.
Yeah, they are. They can be nice. They can also be a bit annoying, but that's what family's all about.
I guess it's what type of time you catch them in, I guess. But I guess I call them in a good time. So, obviously, we'll start with kind of the cliche, boring question. How's camp been?
It's been good. It's been good. I just not fed up of things now. I just want to get in that hotel tomorrow, just relax, switch off, and get to business. Don't want to be doing all the running about and tearing about. Let my dad deal with all that, and my mum. I get a little bit tetchy this time. I don't know. I can't help it. I do it every time. But I feel good. I feel in good shape. I just want to get the job done. I want to get in there and I want to cause some mayhem.
Certainly. Is this still a bubble or is it less relaxed?
It's no bubble now. So the board have just dropped all of their, because the government dropped all their stuff, but the board were following just behind. But they've done the right thing and dropped all of the restrictions and stuff now, because we just got to get on with life. We've got to move on.
Exactly. Everyone, hey, do you enjoy those bubbles, that bubble experience? Did you like it?
I like it because you can go in there and reset and switch off. I did quite like the fact when you had to do the 24-hour quarantine, because you just sit in your room, your hotel, and just chill out. You don't have to speak to no one or do nothing. You can just relax, watch a bit of Homes Under the Hammer or something like that on the telly and just chill out.
Order a Chinese?
Order a Chinese. I had an Indian and a Chinese and a fried chicken last time, so this time I'll probably only have a Chinese before the fight, so I'll be good.
What's your Chinese order? I asked Big John the same question. Let's ask you it. What's your normal Chinese order?
Depends. If you're sitting in, we normally sit in at the Blue Orchid and you have a B2, so you get your mixed hors d'oeuvres to start, so your sesame prawns, your spicy pork, your seaweed, all that sort of stuff, satay chicken. Then you get your crispy aromatic duck, which comes up with the pancakes and plum sauce. And then the B2, you've got set dishes that you can get. We sometimes swap a few out, but you've got kung po chicken, kung po prawns, you've got chicken chow mein, chicken mixed vegetables, but then when you have it at home you can order a few different things. It's not on the B2, so your salt and chili king prawns, you got your king prawns in ginger and garlic, anything king prawns, always lovely.
I always find it a bit odd how you don't get a sponsor from us. You get a lot of sponsors, but how come a Chinese meal or Chinese takeaway restaurant doesn't sponsor you or Big John?
I'll tell you why, because if our local one sponsored us, they'd lose out on so much revenue every year. They'd probably lose about 30-40% of their revenue. You think my dad's doing a 200 quid order of Chinese a week or whatever, they're losing that every week. That's £800 a month. What's that? It's a lot of money a year. It's over 10 grand a year. So it's a big sponsor if they're going to do that.
You want to keep the kind of business going. Do you think when you call them up to order a Chinese, do you think they kind of get stressed out at all?
I think they're always in the back of their mind. They're preparing for Big John's order. All my dad has to say is hello, it's John, and they fire up all the woks and everything's ready to go. So they're getting used to him. They're getting used to him over time.
Okay, I guess they must have. But it probably is quite stressful when you order that much. Such short notice. But talk to me about, I saw a clip on the Matching Boxing website, I think it's on the YouTube as well, about you guys doing your own kind of special Gogglebox episode. What was that like?
Yeah, it's good. It was quite hard to film that because you can't, normally you're talking to an interviewer like I am now, but you've got to sort of talk among yourselves, and like talking to my brothers and my dad about stuff like that. We don't normally do that, it's just not the way we are. But it was interesting to do that, and the video came out alright, so it was good.
Okay, that's good. Do you think we'll be doing another one next fight? Do you think it'll become a regular occurrence?
I hope so. Jamie at Matchroom's always got new tricks up his sleeve, so whatever he has planned, it's going to be fun.
Okay, sounds quite good then. I've got to ask, I've always wondered this. I know Thomas Skinner's always saying the word. Where does the word Bosch come from?
Well, I looked at, Bosch has always been said for ages, like, Bosch, come on, you've got to do it. But Tom Skinner's the one who brought it to life on The Apprentice a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. My dad just started saying it in a weird way, saying Bosch, like that. And people seem to love the way he says it. But he's always said Tom Skinner's the king of the Bosch. But you watch old clips, I watch a lot of Hale and Pace, this old comedy sketch programme. They've done a whole sketch on Bosch, so it's been about for ages, but Tom Skinner's the man who's brought it to life.
Okay, did you watch Thomas Skinner when he was on The Apprentice?
Yeah, I watched him, because I actually met him just before he went on it. We was in the barbers where we live, and we started talking about it. He was on The Apprentice, he was a boxing fan, and we just started talking. We've been friends ever since for a good couple of years, and he was really good. He's entertaining on The Apprentice, and I hope he gets on I'm a Celebrity to get me out of here, because I'm not just saying this because my mate. He is a candidate who could win that, because he's normal, down-to-earth guy. He's entertaining. He could win the I'm a Celebrity very easily.
He's in I'm a Celebrity, is that true? I never knew that.
He's a favourite to go on it, and I hope he gets on it, because he'd just be so entertaining.
I remember when I'm watching him in The Apprentice, he was kind of everyone's fan favourite. Everyone wanted him to win. And when Lord Sugar eventually fired him, it was like, Thomas, don't give up, keep going. He doesn't normally say that at the end of something like that. But just one more thing on the kind of social media side of things. I spoke to Big John about this, about Rise of the Boss Soldier. Is it Henry Fisher, your brother, who does the voiceovers?
Yeah, Henry does the voiceovers. He's done a voiceover for Matchroom as well. And now I think what it is, me, William and my dad have sort of laid the path with the social media. And now Henry's got his little bit now of the voiceover. And now he likes the fame, he likes the attention a bit. So he's got to keep going and keep delivering these voiceovers because people like them.
Yeah, I guess to make himself a star, doing well. So just talk to me about your fight this Saturday. Obviously today's the Tuesday, you got the public workout on Wednesday, press conference Thursday, and then weigh-in Friday. Do you enjoy all that fight week, or do you get a bit stressed out?
I don't get stressed out. Once I get in that hotel, I just relax. The stressful part is this day. People messaging me saying, like, it's really nice of them to doing it, but what time are you fighting? How far back are my seats from the ring? Where's your tickets? When I get into that bubble, I just switch my phone off because I know people are just trying to be friendly. And the worst thing is when people say, how are you feeling about the fight? It's just a stupid question. Right? It's like, how are you feeling? It's like, how do you feel? How do you feel? You looking forward to getting punched in the face?
You should just say, oh, I feel terrible, I feel awful.
What do they want me to say? I feel good. I don't care about how I feel. It's just I've got to do a job like anyone else has to do their job every day. My job just involves going in the ring and boxing, but that always winds me up. This point at camp, how are you feeling for the fight? Like, oh, how are you feeling? Do you feel okay? Like, stupid question, but I know people don't mean it. They mean it in a nice way, but it's just a stupid question and it winds me up.
It's a question that I guess most people ask to start a conversation, isn't it? It's kind of open-ended question.
It's a nice way for people. People don't. A lot of people who are not in boxing, they think that's just a nice thing to say and ask, and it's just I don't want to talk about how I feel because I feel great. I feel ready to go. All I want to do in there is go in there and get the job done. That's all that matters.
Certainly, and when I spoke to Shane Watson, your manager, he was saying that you're fighting the best boxer in Spain. I can't remember his name, but didn't he beat the guy you fought last time?
Yeah, his name's Gabriel Nguema, and he beat Alvaro Torrero on points a couple of years ago, 2019, 2-3 years ago. He's not amazing in terms of his record, but he can fight, he's tall, he's got a good sharp right hand, so it's going to be a real test. And I said that about Torrero, and I got him out there in 2 rounds, but this guy, I think it's going to be a difficult fight, and I'm preparing myself mentally for that.
And when I was at your last fight, I never told you this, but your fans were coming up to me. I didn't have my camera on me, I was walking through the stadium, or not stadium, video 2, and they're coming up to me saying, oh, you're here for Big John, you're here for Johnny Fisher. They're quite something. So how many tickets have you sold for this fight?
2,200, 2,300. I could have easily done 3,000, Fred. I had to send about 300 people to StubHub a few weeks back because we run out of tickets. We've run out of tickets again. People keep asking. I could have easily done over 3,000 tickets, but there'll be at least 2,500 one for ball supporters in there on Ali Pally on Saturday.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I spoke to Shane Watson. I asked Shane this. Are you kind of disappointed only because you're a victim of your own success, so you don't get a box in York Hall? Or do you box there as an amateur?
I'd love to box in York Hall. I've never boxed in York Hall. I've been there and watched boxing. I'd love to box there, but who knows? If there's like a last-minute show they can throw me on with like 3 days' notice, I can still sell it out, still do 1,000 tickets, so who knows? It could be on the cards.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you're a victim of your own success. You're a bit unfortunate there at that aspect of things. But regarding your fight, will there be an after party after your fight?
I haven't even thought about after parties and things like that. I know my good friend and sponsor Gary Bird of MK Recruit. They've got a little gaff up in Shoreditch they're going to, but I don't care about what's happening after. I just want to win. And what most likely thing I'll be doing, I will go back to my hotel, sit in my room, have a bit of room service, have a chicken burger, have a syrup sponge, and just relax, watch a bit of telly and go to bed. That's what I normally do.
That sounds pretty nice. What are you watching on TV? What are you going to watch?
I don't know. I like watching. I've been watching a lot of historical stuff in a minute. I watched a good film that's come up on Netflix about Anne Frank's best friend. I think that was really good to watch. It's a bit morbid to watch that, but I like historical stuff as well. I've been watching loads of different stuff. A lot of political stuff as well. Just whatever comes on. I watch a lot of World's Strongest Man. All the old clips from 2004, 2005, 2006. I've got a big fan of Mariusz Pudzianowski. He was one of the best ever, the Dominator. So I just watch anything and everything.
You should check out Vikings if you like the historical stuff. It's on Amazon Prime. Vikings is really good.
Vikings. What's the other one I've seen? Spartacus. That was a good series. I think it's made by the same people as the Vikings.
What was the name of that?
Spartacus, War of the Damned or something like that, yeah. So yeah, there's loads of stuff to watch. There's always something new you can find on Netflix. You've got Narcos, I think that's really good. Narcos Mexico. Really good programs on there and they get addictive to watch. I like Cobra Kai as well, that's a good one.
I can't imagine you liking Cobra Kai. It's more an American thing.
Yeah, but all the old school music. Johnny Lawrence, who listens to a lot of Foreigner and a lot of Whitesnake and stuff like that. He drives the old-fashioned Ford Mustang, I think he's got, or something like that. And it's just like nostalgic, and I like all the 80s stuff. So Cobra Kai, a bit cheesy, but it's good.
Yeah, well, I've seen lots of like edits about it on like Instagram or TikTok, and never checked it out. But do you think one day you'll have a Netflix documentary made about you?
Bloody hell. If I ever get good enough to be at that level, I watched Eddie Hall's documentary the other day because obviously I sparred him. It's just really good to watch things like that. I could get some sort of documentary made, whether it be on Netflix, if I ever get big enough to be on Netflix, I don't know. But I'd love to have a little documentary about all these things coming up through the ranks, you know, because it would be fun in 10 years, 15 years' time, no matter how far I've got, to look back and have a watch of all the stuff that I've done.
Yeah, that'd be pretty nice. Nice cherry on the cake. But Johnny, I'm sure we'll catch up after your fight. I'll be there 5 weeks, so we'll catch up. But we'll catch up soon then, mate.
All the best, yeah.